Hi ladies, it's Kristen and I'm here for my week 36 update. Believe it or not, I actually did a week 35 update, like 17 minutes worth of update, only to transfer it to my computer and find that it had no sound whatsoever. And unfortunately, I didn't still have a copy on my phone to see if that was the problem. So you'll have to believe me that I did it, and I actually in fact did a quick tour of my birth supplies as well, which I did on a separate video, so I'm going to try and append it to the end of this video. But I'm sorry that I didn't get an update in last week, or rather the technical problems prevented me from posting it. So this week, firstly, I've got some different things going on. I'm definitely feeling like the baby's size this week. So I've been wearing my prenatal cradle pregnancy brace, which I'll actually show you. And then I've also been wearing a second brace, which I'll show you that too. Usually I would not choose to wear this particular shirt out and about. I go for a crew neck where you couldn't see the brace, but it's just around the house, and I figured, I want the video to be real. So this brace crisscrosses up and between and then over, and it crisscrosses in the back as well. So again, I'll show you what the brace looks like on my belly below, but really in the past couple of days, my belly just felt like it was sticking out so much, to the point where like my belly button felt tender and painful, and I don't know that I would call the pressure I was feeling Braxton Hicks, and it like wasn't really even pelvic pressure, but it was just kind of a constant tightness in the muscles, like the low muscles of my abdomen. It wasn't really in my pelvis at all. And I decided to see if bracing would help, because I felt it pretty much any time I stood up, and it has helped. So the brace itself can get a little uncomfortable sometimes, sometimes it's just irritating on the skin, and so I'll reposition the belts a little bit. But otherwise, I've had some like round ligament cramps here and there that I suspect are just because the muscles are being held in a different position, but overall, it's made things a lot better. So I had talked a few weeks ago about wanting to sew a wrap to do belly binding with, and I haven't gotten that done, but I'm thinking about maybe trying that to see if it may work in a similar way to the brace, but maybe with a little bit more comfort since it's cloth rather than the elastic bands. But we'll see, we'll see what works. So I actually have a lot to show you today, in addition to appending the video on the end of this. So I'm going to try and keep my update part short, but I did have a prenatal appointment last week, which I told you about on the update that you didn't hear, but everything sounded good. Baby was in a really good position, which makes me really happy, and I'm hoping that baby will stay there. So head down with back on this side of me, kind of facing a little bit more towards the front, which is LOA, if you watched my baby positioning videos. So a really good position for baby, which makes me very happy. Everything looked pretty good with me. Last week was a super stressful week for me. And then, the week before had been Fair Week, and then last week was coming off of Fair Week. I'm trying to work on a 4-week class right now, and delivery on that class has been difficult for technical reasons and just because I'm trying to juggle so much, and I felt really stressed out actually from it. And then but I think the big thing was because I was also getting ready for homeschool. This has been our first week of homeschool. Overall, I'm really pleased with how much I got accomplished last week, but it was pretty stressful and hectic in the moment, and my blood pressure was up a little bit, which I suspect, when I say a little bit, like a very little bit, but up for me. And I suspect it was because of the stress. So this week we did start homeschooling, and I'm still working on my class, but I'm getting more and more of the lessons out for the class, and feeling good because there are lessons coming consistently now for the ladies who enrolled in the class. And then also our homeschool lessons have been, I feel conflicted. Like in the mornings, each morning we've kind of gotten behind my schedule, and that's been really stressful, because especially when I get behind with what I'm doing with the older kids and my little ones finish up what they're supposed to be doing, then they're kind of milling all around, and then I think that's actually what makes it so stressful. But I have two hopes. One is that either this has all been kinks and things from the first week, and that things will move more smoothly next week and there forward, or I need to realize that I need to allocate a little bit more time one-on-one to each of my older kids. So 45 minutes for Cassidy, a half an hour is good, but I think for my older three, for my three boys who I'm schooling right now, they may need 45 minutes of one-on-one time with me, just because they require a lot more teacher motivation. They require more mom time. Galen, who's in the 3rd grade this year, just because he's still a struggling reader, he just needs more time. He's doing much better this year. I feel like things are finally clicking the way that I was really hoping to see happen last year, but maybe he just needed that break for things to absorb. But he still, it just takes a lot. And then my older 2 boys are still realizing that, that I'm serious about the work that they really need to do, and that mom's not just going to let them goof off and get away with it, which they did get away with some things last year. And this year I planned all summer and have put systems in place and things to help me make sure that doesn't happen. But I think especially at first it's just taking more time, because I'm having to talk over those kinds of things with them. So let's see what else is going on. Heartburn has been kind of on and off. Some nights it's been bad, some nights it's been okay. I'm sorry, I have kids out front who are getting tired. It's late in the evening for us now, so if you hear crying and screaming, just trust that it will be okay. But anyways, yes, so heartburn, it was really, really, really bad early last week, like keeping me up at night, couldn't sleep, and it's gotten better since then. I'm not really sure that I made any particular changes, but it's better. Also, bathroom issues like constipation and loose stool, that seems to have kind of evened out, so I'm grateful for that. The biggest thing that's been getting to me this week is just like the sheer size of belly and baby and everything like that. So I think I'm going to go ahead and show you the brace and the braces that I'm using. I'm using one that's not meant for pregnancy, but I'll talk to you about it when I show it to you, and show you my belly. And then I've got some other things that I wanted to show you, and then I'll append on the end like the quick tour of kind of my birth and baby supplies, which are all set up over there now. And before I show you my belly, so my home visit, my midwife is out of town next week. I will be 36 weeks next week. So I should have my home visit then, but she's going to be out of town, so I can't be having a baby next week. So I'll have my home visit the next week at 37 weeks. So I'm excited about that, and we'll keep you in the loop and updated on that. So let me show you the baby belly now, and then I'll show you a couple other things. Okay, so like I said, the brace goes down. So, sorry that the light is making this kind of hard to see. So this is not a pregnancy brace. This is actually a diastasis splint from Julie Tupler, and it's the older model that's just one band. And I got it after my 5th baby was born, and I had a huge diastasis, and I needed a really big band. But it's actually like stretched to maximum capacity with my belly, because it's supposed to, these 2 bits are supposed to be way back here. But it's just a wide band, and like putting it right over my belly button really seems to make a big difference. And then this is the prenatal cradle straps. They come around the belly, so you can see it. I'll pull down a little bit here. And then that's the belt that's down here. And I can't remember. I think my prenatal cradle is a medium. I have it on the tightest setting right now, which isn't terribly uncomfortable. It gives good support. This is actually the one that can feel more uncomfortable, I think, because it's tighter, so sometimes I'll shift it up, sometimes I'll shift it down. But the 2 seem to hold my belly really well. So let me show you a side view. Usually I can suck my belly in, and then if I let it out, it goes way out. But with the bands, you can see it doesn't, it doesn't really move that much. And so, despite the fact that they're not sightly, and they do make it a bit hotter right now, they're really helpful for me. And I think it's just, I haven't been really good about working on the diastasis and things like that. So it's just, you know, it's just that baby number 8, these muscles are lax, and I suspect, you know, this is a pretty good sized baby too. So, yeah, I mean, it just helps. And you can't see too much when I've got a shirt on. I mean, I think you can see a little bit when I've got the shirt down, especially if someone were staring at my belly or were touching my belly or something. But it's not, you know, it's not horrible. I actually feel like it makes my hips look like there's more there than there really is, because it kind of pushes some of that padding around. But overall, it's, you know, it's not real bad. So for me, it's worth it, at least right now. It makes walks outside with my little ones way more comfortable and that kind of thing. Okay, so let me show you stuff now. So I wanted to show you some things that I got sent off my baby registry. I'll link to my baby registry. That's something else. I've kind of tweaked it and played with it. I have, so major baby things I still want to get are, I really want to get a new car seat for the little van. I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not, just because of finances, but I really want to get that, and I really would still like to get a Mai Tai. We had a client come in with their baby for a 6-week, and the dad was actually wearing the baby in a Baby Hawk Mai Tai, and she is a tiny, tiny baby. But I really liked the way that it looked, so and he had, because she was so tiny, he had the bottom rolled up the way that you would use it for a newborn to be able to do a front or a back carry, which is the reason why I want to get a Mai Tai. I have an ergo that will work once the baby's older, but you can't put a little tiny baby in a back carrier on an ergo. And what I want to do is get the baby used to first a front carry, and then get me and baby used to a back carry, because I'll go back to doing births when the baby's about 3 months old, and I want to be able to wear the baby on my back. So those are two big expenses. In all honesty, I'll do the car seat first, because that's the most important thing. But those are the two things I want to get. Another thing that I put on the registry, and this is just for fun, you know, I don't have to get this, but we had clients come in raving about a rock and play, which is something that I've never really looked at seriously, but this mom said she liked it better than the swing and liked that it could go beside the bed. And I kind of like that idea too, because I'm kind of looking for something compact to go beside the bed for baby to nap in before baby gets bigger. And I want to put them like in a pack and play or something, because I don't usually want to do that at first, and the babies don't usually like that at first. So I did add a rock and play to the registry, but you know, again, it's one of those things that's just kind of fun, and again, it's a higher ticket baby item, so we probably won't get it, because I need to buy the car seat first, and then I would buy the Mai Tai. But you know, it might be fun to have. So if any of you guys have used a rock and play with your baby, baby would still sleep with us at night, but especially for nap time, I'd love to hear your feedback, and I'll put a link to the registry below. And I did get, I know I mentioned I got a changing mat, and actually the same mama that sent the changing mat sent some baby outfits, which came in this week, so I'll show those to you as well. So I was kind of going for like an up north theme, because we're in northern Michigan, when I was looking at the registry, which is really easy right now because like all the little hipster baby clothes are really in. So I kind of went for the up north theme, and for like the little arrows and things. So this is one of them, which says Baby Bear, and I think it's so cute. I just love baby clothes. And it's a little bit bigger, so, and it has long sleeves, so it'll be good in, you know, in a few months when baby's a little bit bigger. And then that's the little hat that goes with it, and little pants. So I thought that was really, really cute. So let me see, I'll just see if I can show it to you like this. Okay, so that's kind of what it looks like, Baby Bear. And then this one again was the up north theme. And this sleeper is, it doesn't look soft. Like when you look at it, you wouldn't, you know, it's really soft. I was actually surprised when I picked it up because I wasn't expecting such super soft fabric. But it's really, really, really soft fabric. But the cutest part is the back. So don't moose with me. Again, just that little really cute up north theme. And it's got these little buttons too, which I think are precious. They're fake buttons, but they still look cute. And then this is the changing pad. I think I may have shown you this at the end of the video walkthrough last week. So I'm not going to show it to you in detail, but, and actually I probably will do a more detailed review of both of these and how they fit my cloth diapers, because that's something that I need to look at. But it's got, this is the changing mat portion, and then this is kind of the wipes and mom stuff portion, so we'll see how that works. I also had another one sent to me. This one was sent to me more for a product review on my website, so it'll be interesting to kind of compare and contrast them. They're very similar, but have some key differences. Like I do kind of like how this one has these two little pockets. The changing mat's pretty similar though. And then they both have like a mom pocket on the front. This one does too. So you can see that. They have a little bit of a different closure mechanism. And then this one also came with a strap for stroller, which we never use a stroller, so that doesn't matter to me. But it might matter to some families. So I'll probably do a more detailed review on that. Then the other thing I got is, I apparently hit something on the Amazon Baby Registry to get an Amazon Baby Welcome Box. So I thought I would show y'all that. I'll put this down a little bit to show you what comes in the welcome box, because that's always the kind of thing I like to see too. So it comes with a little card that tells you how to add things to your registry. Then these little munchkin, these are like nursing pads. And then it does have a bottle advertisement on it. Then a little sample of Aquaphor, which is a baby cream. This is really nice. So it came with a Burt's Bee Baby burp cloth. And this is also super soft. So it's pretty thin, really. But you know, it would work for like a burp. And again, it's super, super soft. And actually, it's kind of nice that it's thin. It would be a really good burp cloth to take in the diaper bag, because it's not so bulky as a pre-fold diaper. So that's really nice. I mean, I would actually consider getting some more of these. Let's see what else we have. So we have a Huggies sampler, 2 size 1 diapers. And a Huggies wipes sample. So Huggies was by far the most generous with their wipe sample, because there's more than one wipe sample in here. But as you can see, that's 56 wipes. And they're the Huggies Natural Care. So I probably will end up using these. But I probably won't open them until I start going back and doing prenatals and stuff, because I'll probably save these for travel. Because at home we use cloth wipes. There's a little baby Ganix size 1 diaper, and looking at this is actually hard for me to remember having a baby so tiny to fit in that diaper. But yeah, they do. And then this is another baby wipe sample from Bloom Baby. And then as you can see, the box is, you know, pretty packed. I should have shown y'all the inside of the box first. This one I haven't opened yet, so I'll open it for you. This is from Pampers. And there's some coupons on there, but I probably won't buy Pampers. But anyways, let's see what's inside of here. So inside of here is a thing of wipes, which again, that'll be a nice thing to save for travel. Pampers Sensitive and Unscented. And then, oh, a little newborn size diaper in that one. And then some more coupons. Yeah, so that is what we have there. And that's in a little clutch kind of thing. Then there's 2 of these little Dove baby washes. And I've never like really used Dove. I've always gone for a more natural one, but I've got a lot of kids, so we can probably end up using those. And then there's an Aveeno baby lotion. There we go. An Avant bottle, which I got a bottle sample with one of my other kids, and I've never used it for one of my babies. But we have actually used some of the Avant sippy cups, and also we have a bottle that we modified the nipple to be able to use with goat kids who were we were having trouble with one of our goat mamas. getting her to nurse. So we gave the goat babies out of a bottle that I gotten as a free sample. But usually these are compatible with, I have a manual pump from Avent, and so the bottle is compatible. So if I wanted to pump anything, that's nice to have. And then this one was really nice. So this is actually a swaddle blanket. And it's one of the muslin blankets, which are my absolute favorites. And the design is really cute too. It's a nice gender neutral one, which is good. And isn't that so cute? So I will wash this probably a couple times before the baby comes, because as you can see, like at first, muslin blankets are, you know, they look kind of rough, but they get so soft after you've washed them a couple times. So if you get them, you know, definitely wash them and they get super soft. So that's, you know, that's what came in the box. It's a bunch of samples and stuff, but some of it, like the blanket and the little burp cloth, those are really nice. So if you do an Amazon baby registry, and I don't remember what all you had to do to be eligible for the box. I don't know if people have to buy a certain amount of stuff, or I do know you have to like pick certain things on the registry. Like they want you to go to each category, like the baby gear and all that stuff, and pick something. But you know, you can go do that and then go back later and take things off if you don't want something in that category, or you can edit it at any point. It's really easy. So it's just kind of a nice little welcome box, and especially since I don't think I'm going to get to make my trip down to the baby stores to look around with this pregnancy, it was kind of fun to get that in the mail. So I've shown you my belly and I've shown you all of that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and try and add the thing that I made to go on the end of last week's video onto here, and hopefully get all this uploaded for you to check out. Let me know how you're doing. Again, if you've used a Rock and Play, or if you've gotten anything from Amazon or anything like that, let me know. I love to hear feedback and how you're doing with your pregnancy. So I will talk to you next week. Okay, I just wanted to really quickly give you guys a sneak peek. So some of this stuff is toys, because this was our first day of homeschooling, so things are a little bit kind of crazy. But so those are toys over there. But this is the birth tub right here, and then that box is supplies for the birth tub. I don't have everything for the tub yet, like some things I need to buy, like fishing net and stuff. But I have most everything there. And then this is my actual birth supplies here. So this box has these are towels all in a pile, and under this stuff here there's an extra set of sheets, and then other things that I'll use for the birth. So this is the pan for the placenta, blue pads, which I find really helpful in the early days too, outside of just the birth. Peri bottles, one to hold olive oil, which can squirt on the perineum during the birth, or also on baby's bum after. It makes the meconium just slide off. And then the other one is for rinsing after you pee, which is also really helpful. Mesh peonies, these are ones from a previous birth. These are the ones that are new for this birth. These alcohol prep pads are just used by the midwife. Some gloves, just other birth supplies, and straws, which are definitely a need that I have during a birth. Then this orange container here is all stuff like for postpartum. So that is all baby blankets, flannel baby blankets. These are mama cloth that I made after my fourth baby, or before my fourth baby was born, and I've used them ever since then. Literally out of scrap polar fleece and an old flannel sheet, and they work really well. Then there's just some other stuff for me postpartum, a lotion, emergency, which I really like to have something like that postpartum, and just some other things like hair bands. I'll put more in this probably over the next coming weeks. I'll find a brush that can go in there, dedicated and everything. So this is basically stuff that you might take to the hospital or the birth center, and I like to have it all collected up on hand for after the birth, because you don't want to be hunting for all this stuff postpartum. So that's a boppy there. This is the stuff for baby, most of it. So this bin, one half is girl stuff and one half is boy stuff. And then there's some kind of neutral stuff on the top. Those knitted hats are the hats that my midwife made for my last 4 babies. And so again, this is just, you know, half boy, half girl, because we don't know if this is a boy or a girl, but it's all tiny stuff, mostly gowns. And then this box right here is all neutral stuff. So, and it's like little kimono shirts and white onesies, little white hats. I probably won't use the passies right away. I had 2 people get me passies, which I like these little ma'am starts. I'll show you one of them. This kind of, see if it'll zoom in. There we go. This kind of passy is the only kind that my little babies will take, and I don't use it right at first, but I do like them to use them for naps as they get a little bigger. Sorry I keep covering the camera, y'all. See if I can get it to clear. There we go. So this is all, you know, little newborn things. There's some gender neutral gowns. Those are little socks and things like that. And this little dolly, which the baby doesn't care about at first, but I think it's sweet. Then over here, these are swaddle blankets that are really well used. These are muslin blankets. This is my favorite kind of blanket for baby, and we have 4 of them that were a gift after my 6th baby's birth from my parents. And these, I like using these flannel blankets right after birth, but these are really the best blankets ever. These muslin blankets. And then this is the changing mat that got sent to me off my registry. I really like this one. And then this one also got sent to me like as a product sample. And I'll probably do a review comparing the 2 of them because I really haven't even opened that one. But this is the one that got sent to me. And I really like the idea of having this, especially because the baby's going to be kind of coming to work with me, so to speak, when I go back to doing prenatal appointments. And something small like this is nice to carry in and have in the office, or even to have in the van. So it's a changing pad. I have not yet tried putting any of my diapers in it, so I'll have to see how poofy it gets with the cloth diapers in it. But again, I'll probably do more of a review. And this is like to hold your wipes container. There's a pocket for mom stuff, so it's really nice. And then just a couple of extra blankets. And then up here is, so I actually kind of staged this a little bit like it'll be after the baby's birth. That's midwifery study stuff there. But you know, so that's my bedside table. So I'll have stuff back there. You can see my, you know, we got the fetoscope and all that kind of thing. But these are my newborn diapers. And this is my wipes warmer, which is not plugged in right now. And I'll set up my diaper corner, and I might do a little bit to show you that. But this is the way that it will be. Probably this will be on the ground, but this will be up here right after the baby's birth, at least at first, to make for easy diaper changes in the first few days. And again, these are newborn size diapers, which I haven't snapped down yet. So I probably need to snap those down one night while we watch something on Netflix or something. But I don't know, because sometimes my babies come out really chunky. But I may still go ahead and snap them down, at least one snap, to resize them. And then my newborn diapers are Velcro. I got those because I thought they would be easier at this point. I kind of wish I had gotten snaps. I have snaps on my one size pocket diapers. But anyways, that's another discussion. So that's just kind of an overview of the stuff that I have prepared. I want to try and find something to corral these blankets because I feel like they're all over the place. But all in all, it's pretty well organized, and I mean, this is pretty much most of what I need. I need to go back and check my lists and get a few more things, get the diapering area set up and everything, but I feel a lot more ready for baby now. Okay, with that, I will talk to y'all next week.